Right, I'm gonna show you how to roll your pasta for free at home, okay? Yes, my sisters are showing you how to do the cool rolling or the press the button, but this is old school, first of all. It's what my nonna always used to do, but you don't need to buy anything. You could, if you've got a rolling pin, great. But if you haven't, use a wine bottle or a beer bottle. You just need your dough, which is your flour and eggs, and then you can just roll away. Take a tennis ball size amount, okay? And then put the rest back under the cling so it doesn't form a crust. Now, if your dough is a bit wet and sticking, because you don't want it to stick to your rolling pin, just try and form it into like, I don't know, flat pancake, small pancake, and then dust it with a little bit of flour on each side. But remember, the more flour you add, the heavier the pasta. So keep it to a minimum and then just get rolling. And ideally, you want to try and get it to about 1 or 2 playing cards thick. This does require a bit of elbow grease, but hey, why go to the gym? Just make pasta at home. And the other reason why this is the best way is because it will be a little bit uneven. It's not going to be perfect like when you use a roller, and that is part of the specialness. When you then coat it with your pasta sauce, it's almost got that rough unevenness will help the pasta sauce stick to it. Whereas if you do it in the roller, it's a bit too perfect. So you want it to be thin enough that you can see your hand through it. And there we go, so I've got a nice long sheet, so I'm just going to set that aside to dry a little bit. That is part of its charm because it's going to help the pasta sauce stick to it. And when I shape this fresh pasta is probably not going to take any longer than a minute to cook. So easy, it's free, use a wine bottle if you haven't got a rolling pin. It's the simplest way to make fresh pasta. So forget what my sisters were saying. I mean, who's really gonna roll it and who can really afford the KitchenAid attachment? This is the real deal. This is how we did it growing up with mum and our nonna. This is what you want. They're not too expensive, and realistically, everyone has one of these in their cupboards. So you're gonna start by pulling a bit of pasta you want, again, a little bit smaller than a tennis ball size. If you feel it sticky, add a bit of flour. If not, you want to flatten it a little bit. With this machine, you want to start on the wider setting, and you're just simply going to roll. So now you can start working down your settings, and all this does is really makes the rollers smaller to get your pasta nice and thin. That's it, it's that simple. That's how we were brought up doing it with our non and our mum. That's how I do it, and to be honest, it's the best way. All you have to do now is pop it in some boiling water for a minute and you've got fresh cooked pasta. Whoops.
Let's keep going. Well, darling, here we are, we're making pasta, having more fun than we need to do. So, I've got the super easy task of using my wonderful KitchenAid attachment. You've got Emmy somewhere around here ploughing away on her roller. You've got Mickey trying to make a rolling pin look easy. Useless. Both of them are useless. Easy as chips and fish and chips, or whatever you want to call it. You're going to grab a tennis ball sized of pasta. You need your setting on the widest setting, so on my machine it's number 1. And then once it's gone through once or twice, simple as, let's go down one other notch. I mean, this is such hard work. I think I need another drink. About bloody time. Anyway, off we go. So there it is, super simple, quick, easy, forget the rolling pin, forget the handheld roller. For me, a single girl, who's probably got more important things to be doing with her time, this is the way to do it. Whack it in a pan of boiling water for a minute and hey presto, you've got fresh pasta.